Mission.
Hi, this is the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for watching my videos, supporting my channel and all that. I really do appreciate it. I'm putting this video out because I've gotten a ton of comments and even a couple of emails from people about YouTube's new changes in their firearms video policies. And the firearms community on YouTube appears to be in full freak out. And believe me, I get it. So, look, YouTube, it's obvious, is not happy about having us on YouTube. They just keep making it more difficult all the time. So let me just give you an update on what's going on with GunGuyTV. I can't speak to the rest of the firearms community. I can only talk about GunGuyTV and what we're doing. And I'm not going to read the changes to you because there's a whole bunch of folks who have already done that. There's no sense in my doing it again. Suffice it to say that they're tightening the grip on gun channels considerably. All right, so I was in a long chat session today with YouTube creator support in an attempt to try to get some answers or some specifics with regard to what was permitted and what wasn't permitted. And it was very difficult. The poor guy on the other end, I think he tried to help as much as he could, but frankly, I'm not sure he knew. We went over the guidelines together, and some of it is relatively specific and some of it is extraordinarily vague. And so it's very difficult to find out whether something you've put in a video is going to cause it to be deleted or cause a strike or whatever. All right, so I have a short-term plan and I have a long-term plan. All right, long-term, I'm trying to stay on YouTube, and primarily because I don't have an issue with YouTube as a platform. I have an issue with their politicizing of things, and I have an issue with their stances on certain things. But it is a business, and they can do what they want, and they can boot me if they want to. I'm not a billionaire. There's not a lot I can do to fight them. So knowing that, my goal is to try to stay on YouTube because YouTube is where people find you. They don't find you on other platforms. They don't find you on I can't think of another one. They don't find you on any of those places. They find you on Facebook, they find you on Twitter, and they find you on YouTube. You're going to have videos, that's where you got to have them. So as long as I can possibly remain on YouTube, I'm going to try to do that because it makes sense. So I contacted them to try to figure out if there were any videos I had that were not in compliance. I could not think of any. They, by describing some, they said, no, it doesn't sound like it. However, in reading the guidelines, I did figure out that there were a number of companies that I linked to in certain videos that did manufacture and or sell the products that YouTube is posting themselves squarely against. And they even indicate in their guidelines that if you link to a company that sells those things, that YouTube video is now in violation. So I had to go back through my videos and I had to delete links to companies I really like Franklin Armory and Double Star and so on, because they sell certain products that YouTube seems to have a problem with. Franklin Armory, for example, sells the binary trigger, which is not full auto, doesn't even come close to full auto, but nevertheless it does, in their minds, I'm sure, probably simulate full auto in some fashion. It really doesn't, but because I'm concerned about it, I had to delete the links. And so what I'll do when I'm doing videos on anything from those companies is I'll have to put the links on my website. All right, that's one thing, is I'm trying to go through the videos and make sure I don't have something that's going to cause a strike or cause them to give me the boot and throw me off of YouTube, very quickly, which they've done in the past to others. All right, secondly, I'm moving things. I'm not moving things. I'm also duplicating the channel on Dailymotion. Now, I know a lot of people go, Dailymotion, that's not YouTube. Well, yeah, I know. Well, I've tried that app, and I don't really like it as much. I like YouTube better. I get it. But YouTube might not allow gun channels to be there, and we got to go someplace, okay? Full 30 can't take us all. The money's not there. The platform is not built out enough to take us all. It just doesn't work that well. So that's not going to work. I got to go someplace where the videos can be hosted in mass with a company that has been around a long time. YouTube and Dailymotion started at about the same time. They've been around about the same length of time. Dailymotion is very successful. They're not as successful as YouTube, but they're a very stable, successful platform, and they don't have a problem with me having my gun channel there. And they have no problem with it at all, and they're not giving me any grief about it. So you may want to watch on Dailymotion. I would urge you to go to Dailymotion, go to the links in the video here, there's a link in this video, to my Dailymotion channel and subscribe there so that if my YouTube channel goes away, you know where to find me. You may not like the platform as well, I get it. All right, one of the other things I'm doing along with that is because I'm able to house my videos, so to speak, or host my videos on Dailymotion. Now, they may look a little different because Dailymotion no longer allows me to create custom thumbnails, so sometimes you get this goofy thumbnail or whatever, but it's the same video, all right? What it does allow me to do then is build out the GunGuyTV website and use their hosting to present all of my videos on the GunGuyTV website. So while all the videos are currently on YouTube, and I hope they will stay, all the videos are also going to be on Dailymotion, and as I have time and money, and you know, sometimes I have the time and I don't have the money, and sometimes the other way around, I am going to further build out my website on GunGuyTV, and all of the videos will be hosted there. They'll actually be hosted on the Dailymotion server, but they'll be presented in a very organized and very attractive fashion on the GunGuyTV website. Here's the point. One way or the other, whether YouTube allows me to stay or gives me the boot or kicks all YouTubers out that do firearms, GunGuyTV is not going away. GunGuyTV is going to continue. The content will be available online, and you will be able to find it. Here's what I urge you to do. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. That's where you're going to find out what's happening to GunGuyTV if something happens to the YouTube channel and you need to figure out where we are and you haven't subscribed to us on Dailymotion. I also suggest that you subscribe to the Dailymotion channel even if you never look at a video there. At least that way if something happens to YouTube, you know where to find me so you can get news as to what's going on. And then, you know, as soon as I get the website built out with GunGuyTV, you'll know about that. Now, as I find other places to host content, I will do that. But I'm going to do whatever I can do within reason to keep YouTube happy with me so that I can keep the channel on YouTube. And you can get upset with me if you want to do that, but there's no reason for me to commit hara-kiri and have my YouTube channel deleted simply because I want to make a point, because I'm not going to make a point doing that. All I'm going to do is get myself booted off of YouTube, and then YouTube will have won, and they're big and I'm little. I can't fight them. There's nothing I can do about it. So in an effort to try to keep firearms content on YouTube, I'm going to try to comply with their guidelines to the degree that I can, to the letter if I can, so that we can keep the videos there. And then if there's content that is not going to be acceptable on YouTube, but I still want to post it, and it is acceptable to Dailymotion, then I will post it there. So you may find that there's going to be in the future, once the channel is completely copied, so that it's the same on both ends, once in a while there may be a video on Dailymotion that you will not see on YouTube because it can't be posted there. But it can be posted on Dailymotion because the guidelines are a little different. And that's about the best I can do. Now, at some point or other, if Full 30 responds to me, which they never have, I've asked 2 or 3 times to get on there, and I don't even get a response to the email saying, sorry, guy, we can't help you. They just don't respond at all. So, you know, I'm not going to take issue with that. It's their platform. They can do what they want. And if at one point they respond to me and want to invite me on there, then I'll do it. But I can't force the issue. I have to find a place to be that will accept my content and allow me to continue the show. All right, now we're also going to be on Patreon with the audio and video podcast. But from now on, the video podcasts on Patreon are going to be hosted on Dailymotion. They will, you know, once I get it copied, it's not quite there yet, but once it's all copied across, I'm going to migrate Patreon videos. Instead of being hosted on YouTube, they'll be hosted on Dailymotion. They'll still be there on both platforms, but when you watch them on Patreon, you'll actually be watching them as presented by the hosting company there on Dailymotion. So that way, if YouTube kills me and sends me on my way and kills my channel, all the videos and stuff that are embedded in Patreon and embedded on my website don't disappear. And then I'll look for other platforms that might accept my content as well. So there's the long-term plan. Short-term, just trying to make YouTube happy and get the channel copied on Patreon. Long-term, keep YouTube happy, post content, YouTube unfriendly content, as well as the rest of the channel on Patreon, and then anything that's linked to my website, or I'm sorry, on Dailymotion, and anything that's linked to my website or linked to Patreon is going to be linked from Dailymotion from now on, so that if YouTube gives me the boot, they don't cut the rug out from under me everywhere. So that's that. So I urge you, check out, go ahead and follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, if you haven't already done that. And I know you haven't, because it's rare people that have. I think I only have about 1,500 followers on Facebook, and I've got almost 60,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I urge you, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. And at the same time, if you would please, click on the link to Dailymotion and go and subscribe there. Go and follow me there, even if you never look at a video there. And that way, if it goes away here, you know where I am. So there's the answer. I don't have a better one for you. I wish I did. I can urge you, don't freak out. I don't think the content's going away. I think if YouTube gives us all the boot, it's going to be available somewhere. You're just going to have to figure it out. It's not going to be as comfortable or as easy. I get it. Life sometimes is uncomfortable and not easy, and that's just the way it is. And collectively, even if you took all the YouTubers together that do firearms, and we all put it together, and we all took all of our money and pooled it together, we'd be nothing more than a gnat on YouTube's financial structure. So we can't compete with them. We have to come up with different ways to provide the content. So there you go. Sorry I don't have a better answer for you, but there it is. And that's the answer people have been asking me for, is what I'm going to do. Now you got it. If you have any suggestions, or you've got a platform you think is better, or there's something available I haven't found, or you've got some, outstanding, idea, or even a wild, crazy one, hey, throw it in the comments. If it's something that we can possibly do and it makes financial sense and it makes sense with trying to keep the channel available to you, we'll investigate doing it. Thank you again for watching. Have a great week. I appreciate all of your support. Please do, if you get an opportunity, go ahead and support us on Patreon. There's a link in the description. You can do it for $1 a month. Or at minimum, shop Amazon through our link. Then it doesn't cost you a dime more than what you're already spending, but it does support the channel at the same time. So if you're supporting other channels on Patreon and you don't want to have to support another one, I get it. Go to our website at GunGuy.tv and click on the Amazon banner on the top. You can go to GunGuyTV.com, GunGuyTV.net as well. Click on the Amazon banner at the top, and then you can shop Amazon, and no matter what you buy, toothpaste, toilet paper, or gun stuff, it doesn't matter. We get a little commission, and it costs you absolutely nothing. That is huge support, and it will provide us with some additional revenue to see if we can, finish out some of these projects, like adding to the website and so on. Well, there you go. There's my pitch. Have a great week. Thank you very much for watching. Please be safe.